at the junkyard. I'm at the junkyard. So if you haven't noticed, I'm at the junkyard today. I'm going to be trying to find front suspension and a rear end for the 38 Pontiac. I'm going to try and see if I can find something that's maybe more of a luxury car. I did a little bit of research on what this yard has in it today. And I'm going to see if I can find Crown Vic, Lincoln, some kind of Panther body car. And some of them came with 8.8 rear ends in them. With 31 spline axles, so I'm gonna see if I can dig one up. There should be a 2005 plus Lincoln Town Car has them, and I think if it's still here, there's a cop car in here, and I'm gonna verify to see if it has a P71 code in the VIN number.
My goodness, I think this is one of the biggest U-Serve car lots I've ever been to before. This place is massive.
All right, look at the VIN code here, P71. This is a genuine cop car. So we're going to try and scavenge the front end out of this car, I think.
And pulling the front end out of this car was way harder than what I'd ever been led to believe. All the videos that I'd seen on removing the front ends for this car, I found all on the internet, all out of the US. But since this was probably a Calgary City Police car and the roads get salted, all the retaining nuts that were inside the frame were all seized, and the plastic retainer that held them in all broke. So I ended up having to drill the frame out to be able to access the nuts and get some vice grips onto it and break all the bolts off. This took me almost a full day to get the front end out of this car, but I think it was completely worth it. I also made sure that while I was there, I took all the measurements of the frame that I needed to make sure that when I grafted this into the frame of the 38 Pontiac, that I was able to fabricate a frame stub that was the proper size for the front end.
Look at this, look at this. Well, I got the front end out of the car. It was a bit of a grueling task. I was gonna take out the rear end today, but didn't have the right size wrench for the U-joints. I tried knocking the U-joints out, but they were seized in. So I might come back on Friday if that car is still here. And look at the gold that I got right there. Oh yeah.
So I went to the junkyard first thing right at opening time the next day. And I went back to go and get the rear end. But it was a bit more of a challenge than what I'd originally thought it would be. So I removed all the bolts out of the four-link. And I tried to pull the drive shaft out of the end of the transmission. But the problem is, because I removed the front end, the transmission was hitting the floor and the drive shaft was stuck against the floor. The wrench that I brought still wasn't the right wrench to remove the bolts out of the pinion. But I brought a hacksaw with me, and I ended up cutting the end of the drive shaft off with a hacksaw and loading it onto the cart. So you might be thinking to yourself, there's snow on the ground in this video. This video is months old, and you're right. The problem is, I've had a whole bunch of projects going on lately. I've been very busy, so I haven't put anything out for, according to my analytics, 44 days. Which in the YouTube world, that's a really long time. So, what I'm gonna do is I've got a video coming out after this where I'm trying to do some bigger things with the channel and increase the sound, make that a lot better, increase the filming, increase a whole bunch of stuff on the channel to bring you guys better content. Now this front end that we're talking about here, this is definitely going into the 38 Pontiac. I'm really excited about it. It's one of the reasons why we're gonna be widening that car 7 inches. So stay tuned. Remember, comment, like, and subscribe. Share these videos with your friends. Talk to me in the comments. I'll always try to get back to you guys. So let's have some fun together and let's do this. If you're interested in checking out even more content, check me out on Instagram, Magna Machine Works, one word.